So in 2016, when the Vegas Golden Knights were announced, and even years before that, when Vegas was talked about as a hockey market, you had so many people saying Vegas is not and will never be a hockey city. Then the team started playing, you had Vegas strong, the arena on the Strip was world class, it was gaining a ton of buzz, you had not only tourists, but locals, people not just from Vegas or Nevada, but places like Idaho as well, who were starting to cheer for this team, and they were good. And then at the end of their first season, they made it to the Stanley Cup Finals, and you had to take a step back as a hockey fan and be like, whoa, this isn't the Arizona Coyotes, or this isn't the Columbus Blue Jackets here. They've got some real diehard fans. And it just kept growing and growing and growing year over year. I think they had to stop doing autographs at the practice facility. It had gotten so crazy. They've done so many red carpets and stuff as well. I think they've become one of the biggest revenue generators for the entire National Hockey League. And now they've got a cup, which is going to solidify themselves even more as a true, legit hockey city in the NHL. But even after that, it's still got its doubters, and there's this poor kid on Twitter. He deleted the tweet, so I'm not going to say his name or anything, but he posted a tweet, and it absolutely blew up. Dude was getting flamed. And by the way, having bad takes happens to everybody. It's okay. I mean, this guy doesn't need to get hate or anything for this. It happens to everybody, but it's a bad take. Basically, he mentioned that how he can honestly say that Las Vegas is not a hockey city because the Golden Knights just won the cup, and he's seen maybe 5 people supporting the team, and the only place you can buy team merch is in the crappy or cheap pop-up shops or rip-off gift shops where they're way overpriced. And we also saw this when they were about to win the cup. Some people were looking in the crowd and saying, oh, you don't look happy enough that your team is going to win the Stanley Cup here. You're not a true hockey fan, which is totally unfair. I mean, that game was a blowout from like the first period. They knew they were going to win the cup. They're probably celebrating the whole time. And who are you to judge how people are celebrating their team winning the cup? Leave them alone. Like, if my team won the cup, I would probably be shocked and dead silent. I'd probably look like Guy Boucher when coaching the Senators. But obviously, a bunch of people quote tweeted it, replied to it, saying, hey, tons of car tags, merch, pride in all of Vegas and Nevada and in surrounding states for this team. It's not just what you've seen. And Vegas has got so many strays for this of, oh, you guys aren't proud enough of your team, or you don't deserve it because you're not showing enough love for your team. And it's like, come on. Like, just because your hotel didn't have Golden Knights wallpaper and matching duvet set doesn't mean the city isn't proud of the team and what it's accomplished and isn't in love with the team. Like, unfortunately, I can't go get it because the tweet was deleted, but people were replying with their houses decked out in Golden Knights gear, talking about stories of how they named their dogs after Wild Bill Carlson and things like that. Like, this city has embraced this team and they love them, and I have no doubt in my mind that Las Vegas is a crazy good hockey city. And look, nobody's denying that the Golden Knights get a ton of tourist action, and there were probably a ton of tourists at that Stanley Cup parade, but there were also a ton of diehard, loyal, a lot of them probably even day one fans of the Golden Knights in that parade and who go to the games day in and day out. And all the people who are crying, oh, bandwagoners, the real test here is going to be when the Golden Knights are bad, when they miss the playoffs and they go through some harder times. I personally still think the fans are going to show up and support this team because it's theirs. It's their sports team there. It's not just people who are hitting up casinos and saying, oh, let's go catch a hockey game afterwards to pass the time. And yes, you'll have the big Canadian teams like the Leafs or the Habs that they have a ton of fans who travel well down to Vegas. But they've got their home crowd and they're there every single night supporting the team and going to other buildings to support them. Trust me, they have their healthy, loyal fan base. So yeah, people can keep coming out and saying, oh, Vegas is not a hockey city, it never will be. But at this point, it's just not true. And man, am I happy and honestly stunned that this actually worked for Gary Bettman, but it did. It really paid off here, and this Vegas market is a shining star in the NHL, and it will continue to be. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Let me know what you think about this. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.